When I'm looking in the mirror and say, hey dude, who are you? I believe it's my inner being to want to help people. Everybody don't need a hand out, but everybody can use a hand up. I want to make you feel important. Because there have been people in my life as a kid who told me I was not important, that I was never, ever going to amount to anything. I was raised in the foster care system. Bring back memories. People didn't adopt us for the love. They adopted us for the money. We lived in one foster care where the lady kept us in the basement. For how long, I don't know. My foster mother thought I was the in-house cleaning guy. If I didn't do something right, she would wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, give me a toothbrush and made me scrub the floors with it. So it was a hard life. And I had a brother and sister. My brother and sister are not here today, personally, but they're in my heart. Growing up, I had no inspirations. I had a teacher tell me once that blacks don't become lawyers and doctors. You guys are maids, Pullman porters. There was nobody there giving me, say, hey, you want to be a doctor? You want to be a lawyer? Because no one talked to me that way. So I was unimportant. Back in the early 60s, I got a scholarship to Kansas State. And I was a good football player back then. And I had a young lady helping me with my studies. One night we doing homework, and she wanted to be romantic. And I told her, well, we can't be romantic because we're friends. So she said, well, if we don't get romantic, I'm gonna tell everybody you raped me. And I said, you know what? I don't need to be here. So I left and I went back to my room. And my first thought was, Emmett Till was my cousin. He was murdered and lynched down in Mississippi. Later that night, I hear a lot of noise and people running and screaming. So I hid under the bed because, my heart was beating 150 miles a minute. And I'm thinking they're gonna come and they're gonna lynch me because she told them I raped her. And after all the noise subsided, I left the dorm and walked to the bus stop. And I just left it at that. I got drafted in '64. I was in an Honest John missile unit as a surveyor, artillery surveyor. If I ask you, do you know what the life expectancy of a surveyor in combat is? And most people will say they don't, but it's actually 60 seconds. But I survived that. One day, I stepped on a punchy stake, which is a bamboo pole sharpened at the end. A lot of times got poison. They push it in the ground and you step on it. It's a trap. And I stepped on it. Then I went to the medics and I told them, I said, well, I guess I get a Purple Heart. He said, we don't give Negroes Purple Hearts. Oh man, this is when I was a sergeant. When I came back from the service, I chose to be a cop with Mesa PD. I was on the SWAT team as a hostage negotiator. People in situations, a barricade guy, somebody who was going to commit suicide, I would talk to that person to put them in a win-win situation. Because I don't want you to feel like there's no hope, and that's the key. Anybody who doesn't have hope to think things can get better, they fighting a losing battle. I like to think who I am is because of a higher being who I call God. Married 43 years to a gorgeous wife, adult son, adult daughter, and 4 grandkids, and I'm a happy man, very. I think going through all that and having been to Vietnam in my 30 years of law enforcement helped build character within me. And I like to think I got character. I want to have an effect on the people I come in contact with. I want to be a motivation for them.
How's everything? How we doing?
And make them aware you can survive anything as long as you believe. Be thankful for what you have, and what you don't have, don't worry about it. You're still alive. I'll put it like this. The good things, enjoy. The bad things, hey, push them aside and keep going. Never, ever, ever give up. And that's been my philosophy.
Jerry was one of those victims of prejudice. That's the only way you can put it. He protected our country, served our country honorably, was wounded in Vietnam, and he has never received a Purple Heart. Politicians and our military needs to take note of this. We have an injustice happening here. It's within their power to change it and to fix it and to honor this man with his Purple Heart.
He served his country, and he served his community, where he was a policeman and then hostage negotiator. He served his country. His country now needs to serve him.
The fact that he hasn't been recognized for that simply because of his race is un-American. And despite all of that, he still is a beacon of hope for so many people. I think it's the least our country could do, really, is to recognize him for the sacrifice that he's made.
We have gone through several of our political representatives to see if we can get help, and yet we have not been able to get anything done. Yet we will not rest until we have satisfaction and we see Jerry with that box showing the Purple Heart.
We've sent text messages, phone calls. We do everything we can because this man deserves a Purple Heart.
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Break them off some. Yeah. Broadcasting live from the Functional Internet Center of Excellence on this 9 November. Holy crap. I'm your host, WTF Nation Radio, US Army WTF Moment, Sergeant's Time, and on the gunner seat I got the Spinky.
That's me.
Sorry, girl, I didn't mean to upset you. Oh man. So real quick, I just want to talk real quick about Jerry Smith, Gerald Smith. You guys have seen all the video and all that, and I'm going to be dropping some links right now as we speak during the show. But I've been working with a filmmaker and some other individuals to petition to members of Congress and other advocates to get this wrong corrected. So there we go. That's the story of that. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that mini doc. I want to shout out to Eric Johnson at Gorilla for allowing us the opportunity to post and play this. We're also working behind the scenes with other veterans and members of the active duty community to get this corrected. So more to follow on that. Make sure you share, like, and follow all that stuff. There is a change.org petition that's out, which, of course, it's always helps to get the names out there. So it is also in the chats as we speak. So if you're on all your chats, except for Twitter, of course, hey, post that. Could we get that posted on the chat there for on the comment there below the post on Twitter? And that way we can get this knocked out for as far as the topic.
I can do that.
I see it posted right now already, so I think Nemo's on it.
Okay.
Nemo's on the game. So if you go to WTF Nation Radio's post about on this podcast, you'll see the change.org with Jerry's smiling face. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man, that hit me in the feels so fucking hard. I'm speechless. I can't believe. I mean, just to give some background, a punji stick is an injury. It's by the enemy. The enemy, if for all you individuals there that have had Vietnam veterans for family members, a punji stick is no fucking joke. You're literally, like Jerry explained, you're basically stepping on a spike, and it's usually poisoned. They usually get pig shit and put it on there so that way it gets affected and the wounds and all that. And of course, the jungles of Vietnam are not conducive to a very healthy, clean, sterile environment, especially when you're doing patrols and all that. One of the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs and a member of the Special Operations, General Hugh Shelton, he got a Purple Heart by stepping on a punji stick in Vietnam, and he's chronicled that in several writings and books that he's done and interviews as well. One of them, Inside Special Forces, with Tom Clancy's guided tour of a Special Forces unit. General Shelton talks about his experience stepping on a punji stick and getting a Purple Heart. So this is no brainer. We got a team of veterans that are working with this, and we will keep you posted because the end state is for WTF Nation, U.S. Army, the WTF Nation, U.S. Army, WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio, for all of us, one of us, to be around to make sure that he is given that Purple Heart. So shout it again. But what were you saying?
I think there's a reason why you didn't like tell me about this ahead of time.
Did I catch your feels? I'm sorry, Chica.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know that.
I didn't mean to do that. Well, I've been on my feels all day today. First, watching this video. And I want to give a shout out to one of my former soldiers. One of my former soldiers who I've known since he was a baby PFC. And yes, he was one of my soldiers. He is one of my troops. He was promoted today to Lieutenant Colonel. I got one of my former soldiers, a lieutenant colonel. Look at that shit.
It's just crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Look at that little baby private. I remember him. Shout out Fighting Joe, Lieutenant Colonel Joe Urisic. I just want to give a shout out to you, man, and congratulations for making lieutenant and getting promoted to lieutenant colonel. U.S. Army aviator and former member of the Special Operations community in the PSYOP Regiment. He and I served together. I was his detachment sergeant. So, you want to talk about the feels, Spanky? I've been in the feels all day, watching Jerry's story, watching one of my Joes. Nope, and his name is Joe. Get one of my Joes get fucking promoted to lieutenant colonel. What a glorious Army day. You know what I mean?
It is. I actually saw today too. my former battalion commander at the time, my boss was the S3 NCOIC. He was the master sergeant. He is now a sergeant major, and I still can't believe that he's still in. He has to be getting to the point where they're going to like say, no, dude, you have to hang up your boots. It's time. But so my former battalion commander is now retired. His son, I swear, was in high school still at the time. I don't. Oh, it was getting promoted to captain today, and
That's awesome.
My old boss, who is now a sergeant major, was there to see, our battalion commander's son get promoted to captain. It's just
So glorious Army Day. So again, shout out to Lieutenant Colonel Joe Urisic. I gotta salute you now, dude. Well, I mean, I've always, I've always had it. Anyways, so shout out to you, and send my congratulations to Becky and the family as well. And again, brother, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. You earned this shit, dude. Combat veteran in the Battle of Fallujah, psychological operations veteran, like I said, he's a fucking aviator. He's like an aviator, dude. He's badass. I like this shit. So anyways, no, it's not a GRTC photo. What are you talking about, cuz? Look at that
He's
soldier.
saying how young they look.
Look at that. I know exactly that. Look at how he is. Look at a little kid. Oh my God. He's still, he's a grown man. He's a grown ass man. So I will always remember sometimes when he was a private and man. So again, shout out. Congrats, Joe. So I wanted to get all that stuff out of the way. I wanted to get the Jerry Smith's video out of the way. I wanted to shoot my congratulations to Colonel Joe Urisic. Fighting Joe. So, what were we talking about today? Oh, he's in the chats. Oh, stop. Oh, stop it, Joe. God, stop. He's in the chats. Thanks. Stop it. Just stop. I'm trying to maintain my professional composure here and not get upset, but sorry. I guess when your Joes are in
look at that. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
You've earned it, Joe.
Joe, make him cry. Make him cry real quick. And he deserves that too. Congratulations, Joe.
I don't deserve to cry. What do you? Oh, dude, come on.
Oh, you absolutely do.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a little.
He deserves all the field training.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Amongst yourselves.
Yeah, sergeants. It behooves.
Chats amongst yourselves.
Yeah, behooves and caveats amongst yourselves. So, anyways, yeah. So, shout out to Joe. So we're going to. So today we're going to talk about some stuff that kind of caught my eye with dude, what's going on with the recruiters sending dick pics? You see that shit? Do you see that recruiter throwing out I know a massive fucking swing to the left and right?
Which one?
Yeah. Exactly.
Congratulations, Joe. Now we're going to talk about dick pics.
Exactly. No, we're talking about dick. Exactly. Professional developments and dick pics only on WTF Nation Radio. Oh man. So no, so I want to say right now, there's a picture that's floating around of a recruiter that decided to flaunt, and I received some DMs about this, and it's also, I think, posted on Recruiter Times as well, of an NCO. Look, guys, if you're gonna post something like that, it's going to get leaked. It will go out. It will. You will be seen. You will be shown. I know U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio almost got banned when we dressed up dick pics that came. We had, when we had those idiots that were that were deciding to send all of our female hosts dick pics, and to include our staff. This is for so and so. This is for so and so. So we decided to dress up the dick pics with Photoshop and put little clothes on them. And Facebook. Right. And remember that when we found?
Yeah, I do. They didn't like that.
They didn't like
that.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he had a mushroom or, dude, what are you talking? A turtleneck? Ew, gross.
Well, see, the reason why I was so confused is because I literally just read about the Marine recruiter.
Yes.
That wrote a whole ass book
yes.
about him and his relationship with the underage recruit. I'm like, you're gonna just write a whole fucking book about it. So dude.
Like, dude, just wait. Just save it.
Let them grow up first,
Yeah.
please. First of all.
Exactly. So currently, you're right, Spanky. It's almost Marine Corps birthday, anyways, right? Isn't it tomorrow? Oh wait, the 11th or something like that, right?
I don't know.
When is it when we hear the
I don't like. We start hearing that
the raw yut?
twang of
Yeah, the raw yut.
blowing out candles.
Yeah, exactly that.
right,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't remember what day it is. Do you?
I think it's 11th.
I think it is. It's
Yeah.
sometime in November.
Yeah, yeah. All I know is that all my Marine friends are changing their fucking profiles to have their Marine Corps stuff. I know, buddy, Jim Laporta. He's already wearing he's already sporting the Marine. Hey, look, man, it's be proud of your service. Be proud of your service. I mean, look at me right now. I'm wearing a West Point sweater because sergeants don't have cool shit. You know what I mean? So this is the Army Navy game. Remember when they did the first Army Division stuff? Oh man, so I'm even sporting that shit. Look at that. Ooh, Iron Soldiers. Son. Anyways. So, that is correct. Just like Spanky said, there was a Marine under investigation for publishing a memoir about a sexual relationship with a young potential recruit. Why?
I mean, at least wait till you are out of the military to expose yourself as a pedophile.
Exactly, dude.
I don't know.
Exactly. This this guy's a gunnery sergeant.
Yeah. I'm like, you really, really, really just went into the stereotype of why we call y'all jarheads.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's some truth to every stereotype. Just put it that way.
Is that a white beard? Yes, it's a white beard. Damn it! Why y'all breaking balls? I just started No Shave November. Hang on, let me get a close up. And this is what I look like already.
6 seconds ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this.
We are 9 days in.
We just you see how we freaking see that shit? I just that was it. Someone's like, oh man, you've been growing a beard for a couple weeks now. I'm like, no, I even just started. So
well, as Kaz said, I too am supposed to be participating in No Shave November.
Yes.
I messed up and I shaved my armpits.
You shaved your pits, yeah. That's what I thought. You got to maintain the standard, man.
I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
So the Marine Corps is currently investigating right now an active duty gunnery sergeant. What's a gunnery sergeant? A gunnery sergeant is a sergeant first class.
Sergeant first class.
Yeah, equivalent. Yeah, an E7.
Sergeant first class.
Yeah.
E7. That's it.
Who wrote a self-published memoir detailing a relationship with a young potential recruit, while he worked at a recruiting office in Texas. Gunnery Sergeant Christopher Champagne, 36 years old. Boy, they already got his deets down quick. 36 years old. Mm-hmm. Published a story of a scandalous romantic relationship with a young woman who wanted to join the military last month. The investigation was confirmed by the Marine Corps. So it's not
See, they're a little bit nicer. They called it a scandalous romantic relationship. It's not. It's statutory rape. That's what it is called. Yeah, that is what it's called. Statutory R word. I know I probably shouldn't say that too much because that gets mad. But that's what it is. That's what it is.
But I think, though, the Marines and the Navy really do hammer individuals a lot better than what we do in the Army when it comes to our stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll
see.
Well, we'll see.
Because this guy, we'll see.
Yeah. So the excerpts paint a disturbing picture of an adult man in a position of power within the Marine Corps engaging with sexual activities with a potential recruit who needed consent from her parents to join the military, indicating that she was under the age of... Look, dude, if your date needs a fucking, age of consent from parents just to join the military, then she's not your date.
If she needs consent from her parents for absolutely anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything.
Exactly.
You do not need to be dating.
There you go. And what's funny is that his ex-father-in-law got involved and, quote, said, "This is not the kind of guy you want you recruiting your children." I mean, true. I'm just saying, but family's already.
And if you have an ex-father-in-law,
if you haven't, exactly.
You should not be dating someone that has teen in their age. Period.
Yeah, exactly. Especially I mean, come on, man. Ex-father-in-law is probably spilling the fucking tea. Probably saying a lot of stuff. So a spokesman. Sorry, I had to eat with the spork today for some stuff. Anyways, a spokesperson, I shouldn't say spokesman, spokesperson. Anyways, for his command confirmed while Champagne is on active duty, he's no longer serving as a recruiter at Dallas. Dude, he's at Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Pending the investigation, which is directly related to the book. Dude just writes all of his shit. Guys, First off, don't be a pedo and go after fucking kids that are under 18 while you're on fucking recruiting duty. It's simple.
I mean, you can't go after any of your recruits while you're on recruiting duty. You know better.
Right.
It is a position of power.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, like, I think that's like recruiting 101.
I think it is. I think it's actually Sergeant 101 in all branches of service. Don't fuck your troops.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck other people's troops, but not your own. But however, when you're on recruiting, you don't fuck nobody.
I mean, just don't.
Yeah, the kind of conduct that we're discussing is absolutely not representative of the recruiting station, Fort Worth, 8 Marine Corps recruiting stations, or the Marine Corps at large. Captain Brianna Kessler, who is the spokesperson for the Western region. So, man.
And it kills me because, like, it just kind of going back to what we talked about last week, like, there's enough of a recruiting problem as is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have recruiters that are touching people they shouldn't be fucking touching.
Bingo.
And then you have other kids, 17-year-old girls that are hearing about this.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, no, you want me to go near a creepy old man?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, no, you don't.
Exactly.
They do not.
Exactly.
And,
You're right. Yep. So
but no,
we don't support, and you know, Captain Kessler continues to say that, quote, we don't support people who don't conform to our ethos, and if people aren't willing to buy those, they're no longer welcome to serve in our ranks. This is not representative of the we as an institution believe in. Damn right. Fuck yeah. Rah. Military.com will not publish the name of the memoir as it cannot confirm the age of the recruit who is named Cosette in the book. Details of Champagne's account, though, was billed as a Kickstarter campaign as a true story as details emerged. Kessler also told the military.com that on Wednesday that the command was in contact with Cosette's family, ensuring that the family understood that the justice system is at work. The command has taken action, and he is not in contact, and she's not in any danger of being contacted by him. Holy shit. The Marine Corps is playing it right in this case.
I mean, more power to them. Like, at least they, I understand the Marine Corps is smaller, so they do not deal with this as much, just based on numbers alone.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, like, maybe the rest of the services should kind of take a little look at this.
Kind of like a little take a lead on how they do this, on this, best practices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A request for comment was emailed to Champagne through his book's website before it became defunct over the weekend. A person who answered the phone at the number listed under his name hung up after the reporter identified himself. You fucking coward.
I mean, yes, I do agree that he is one, but he absolutely probably should not say anything either.
Yeah.
You know, that's also criminal defense 101 too.
Well, not to mention the fact that he's currently 36 and he wrote a book about something of his experience back in the day. She had to have been a little bit younger. You know what I mean? Like if she's like 18 right now or something like that, or I'm not trying.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he was like 19 years old. If he was
no. What I'm saying that he's an old fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't take a fucking long time. So the Marine Corps recruiters are responsible for signing up young Americans whom a lot of them are still in high school. Recruiter having a romantic or sexual relationship with a potential prospective recruit is strictly prohibited under Pentagon policy. This is all across the board, by the way, all across services. There are laws protecting minors from sexual advances through the age of consent varies from state to state, and in Texas it's 17. So
I mean, yeah, so he won't get like criminally charged in Texas, and then Patrick actually has a good point. And he says, as much as I want to give them credit and say they have their shit together, but would it have the same mental handling it if it didn't have all the publicity?
True. That's a good fact. That's a good point right there. Would it have reached this level? I think there was a TikToker, somebody on TikTok, I think I saw that exposed it, that say, hey, look, this motherfucker did this person did that.
And I'm behind on my TikToking. I've been way too busy.
That's where I know. If I'm talking to you about something on TikTok, then you're flat dicking, dude. You need to fucking.
And I'm actually gonna have to like get with Janae because she is usually on it when it comes to this subject on TikTok.
Oh,
and
yeah. Exactly.
So I'll have to even like find out with her too, because literally this is like what she knows on TikTok.
Yeah. So
like, seriously, it's like, oh my gosh, I am behind on TikTok. I haven't watched TikTok in a week.
One of the book's experts, Champagne, did say that he presented a no contact order for consent and for father. Holy shit. So this is like, he's writing like a detailed blow by blow on this fucking thing. I was told I was under investigation for sexual harassment and sexual assault. You notice how he's fucking writing this out like he's like a nonchalant and shit, like he's almost a victim. Christy Champagne, his ex-wife, and her father Kirst, that said they filed complaints over the last 2 years at the Asley Police Department in Texas and the NCIS and Champagne's current and former units, that they described a history of abusive behavior and including sexual assault. You're fucked. You're done, dude. You're fucking get out. After the divorce, Christy split visitation rights with the kids. I guess with the daughter, they had a daughter. I'm terrified every day that I send her to him, and that's just been way ever since we split. There's literally nothing I can do. So Kessler said he's not aware of any of the complaints filed to the 8th Marine Corps recruiting district, but military.com reviewed several documents that outline official military responses to Christy that refer to her allegations of abuse. So, and it also said that other documents from military officials that said that Christie's allegations did not meet criteria for sexual spousal abuse. Like, damn.
I mean, unfortunately, that's probably really, really hard to substantiate.
Is it?
That, you know,
that part you're talking about on the military side? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, like, I can just put it this way. I can see where that would, like, where he would not get in trouble for that until now. Like, but where that those reports are not going to go away.
Correct.
And, you know, if there becomes a pattern, you know, it's easier to substantiate then. But I could see where, unfortunately, especially when it comes to your spouse, if there's no physical signs, there's this or whatever, it would be so hard to substantiate that.
No, I understand. I just, well, you're right though, when it comes to it, it's still there because the UCMJ does allow to stack. They stack. That's how the UCMJ takes people to court martial, is they stack the charges on all of it. So I think the other things will come up. Does that make sense? I mean, I think
yes. That, and even in like all the victim advocacy stuff, like even for like kids and everything, like let's say you particularly, but a person is accused or suspected of child abuse and they can't find anything or substantiate it, like those reports don't go away, even if they're just found unsubstantiated. But if the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again, then it's like, okay, well, now we have this pattern. So it's just like, okay, so now there's a little bit more to it now. So it's just like, okay, it gives like CPS, or not, you know, the Army's version or the military's version of CPS and family advocacy and everything, a little bit more to like to go on now. Even if they can't like say, okay, we know you're beating your wife or assaulting your wife or your kids or this or whatever. We have this whole pattern of it now. So then they can do something about it, even if they can't really like, you know, prove it. They can like make you go to there's different things they can do then.
Right.
But again, it's like, but it is much harder to substantiate.
Well, like Gary said, man, the dude just sealed his fate with the writing. Oh yeah. It's his own writing. Exactly. He's admitting it. You know what I mean? They're like, all they gotta do now is go over the page and say, all right, dude, you know, it's And
this dude is either something seriously wrong with him or he's just a complete and total narcissist. There's no in between on this guy.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna write this down? Yeah.
I think he's a narcissist. By the way, he's being nonchalant about everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he was arrested on charges of sexual assault against Christy, and an elementary school teacher who served in the Marine Corps as well in March of last year, and jail booking list reviewed by military.com, but the case was dropped by the district attorney for the county he was arrested in, though. I thought Texas had a no, what was that? What did they call that? A no, isn't there law for domestic violence is that somebody goes to jail and the DA, not the victim, presses charges. Isn't that the case, how it works out in Texas?
I mean, every DA again has their they can choose to press charges or not. Just they can.
Yeah.
Again, if they don't think they can win it, it's the same thing. If they don't think they have enough evidence, and they're not going to press charges. It's as simple as that. But they still can't, even if the victim decides to not.
Mm-hmm.
The DA can, but I'm assuming
if
the DA doesn't, he doesn't think that
Yeah, because
can
I know
win the case.
I know some states in most domestic violence cases, the prosecution and the DA will immediately press charges, even if the victim doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but even if the victim doesn't want to, if the DA can't win a case.
Right. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying from what I've seen before, you're right. It's some of it could or could not be one or whatever. Here's what he fucking said in the in his description of the book, and because he quoteth by him saying, quote, "My memoir is a true story about a scandalous romantic relationship. Cosette was a much younger woman with an affinity for older men, but we connected through discussions of overcoming suicide, assault, and abuse." This motherfucker was grooming her ass. He was fucking just like straight fucking just manipulating her ass to do some shit with her, knowing damn well he's not authorized to do it.
He's probably self-published. I mean, that's another question that just came in the chat. The fact that he said he wrote a book on it makes me sound like he found a publisher. What publisher would even want to touch that? Yeah,
well, it's published as a public. Yeah, it was published as an indie, is what it was called. A Kickstarter campaign, independent thing, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, but recruiters, like you said, and I see some of the chatter there. Recruiters have to sign a prohibitive activities acknowledgement, like you said, that prevents service members in a position of power of developing, or conducting personal, intimate, or sexual relationships with the recruit. That's services wide. That's all the services.
Oh yeah.
So to include Mr. fucking dick pic that he's fucking showing to fucking recruits and shit. That he's showing, God, dude, dumbass, you're fucking in uniform and you're doing a dick pic. You're gonna get fucking blasted. Sorry, it's gonna happen. NCIS would neither confirm or deny it was investigating Champaign. Kessler said the Marine Corps investigators and NCIS were, however. NCIS quoteth from the NCIS, quote, NCIS takes allegations of criminal sexual misconduct very seriously. Out of respect for the investigative process to protect the victim privacy, NCIS does not comment on confirmed details relating to a confirmed existence of ongoing investigations that include allegations of criminal sexual assault. So there you go. But you're right. Dude, you bury his ass underneath the prison, man. I couldn't even imagine if this guy's an alleged wife beater too, and a fucking, you know what I mean? Fuck that, dude.
And we are both parents of daughters. Like
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, I know. I mean,
if it was, like I said, if it was my daughter, you would just hope that you would be in jail.
Yeah, I was about to say,
that
because
is the safest place for you.
That's right, because Uncle Ken and Spanky are coming to that ass, and it's gonna be like the movie, what was it, The Town or something like that, when Ben Affleck asks Jeremy Renner, whose car are we taking? Yeah. That's all. I'll be like, that's all you say. Hey Ken, we got some issues here. Somebody messed with the kids, and first thing I'll say, whose car are we taking? That's all I'm saying. I'll bring the plastic. And the bleach. Yeah. Anything that happens.
I might have that in the garage right now. Let me just look real quick. I would get my tub. Exactly. He wouldn't make it to the laws.
Exactly that. Gary knows. Oh, ranch justice is different.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so that's the story about that, dude. So I think pretty much say he's fucked. He's on his own. He's you're not, dude. You're screwed. You're screwed. Let's see.
I was low-key curious, but I did not look for it just because I would be so mad if I found it, if that book is still out there.
I think once again that one person on TikTok talked about it. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna look later. I'll look for TikTok.
Yeah. I think there was a something that was brought up. So I'm pretty. Hey man, like I said, if I'm telling you about TikTok, there's something up.
I know. I have been so swamped at work. I really have. You do not know. I am so looking forward to this next break. Fall break.
Exactly. Fall break. Yeah.
It's within reach. I can taste it. I'm just like, oh my God, it's almost there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get there.
Yeah, Pip says he has 250,000 acres available. They wouldn't be found. Pip, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you speaking hypothetically? We're not talking about stuff, but I know what you're saying.
No.
I know what you're saying.
No.
Anyway, so what's up with the pay? What's up with our pay? What's going on with pay?
We need more. Give the people more.
Yeah, exactly. We need more money. So currently
more money, less problems right now.
Yeah, exactly that. Pentagon's pushing for a 5.2 military pay raise for FY 2024, and that's what the deputy SecDef says. And according to, and this is some statements that was provided to us by Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks. And so, yeah, no pay, no shave. You ain't lying, dude. That's right. I kind of like that. But then again, the last time we had a no shave thing when we were talking about the pandemic, people got butthurt and said, no, you have to shave. Remember that? Remember that drama? And we were like, dude, what are you doing? You know. So the Department of Defense continues to push for a 5.2 pay raise. Is that gonna matter? Is 5.2 is gonna be? Is that gonna matter at all?
Well, it's better than like the average that they usually do, around 2 to 3%.
I was about to say.
It's better than what they normally do.
Right. I'm just thinking, 5.2%. I think at one time, didn't we have like targeted pay raises for ranks? And then we had an overall pay raise. So it was almost like a 10, 12% fucking pay raise. Remember that back in the day?
Yes, I do remember, because they really did it because they wanted the jump between specialist and sergeant, and then between staff sergeant and sergeant first class.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they wanted to be significant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, between, you know, a junior enlisted to NCO, and then from a junior NCO to a senior NCO,
correct,
to mean something in
correct,
pay wise.
Correct.
Yes, that's why they did those targeted ones.
You know, what's funny is that, and somebody was bringing it up in the chats too, a 5% a pay raise, but what the fuck is inflation? Isn't inflation like 8% or something like that? Are we at 8?
I don't know. It feels like 377% to me.
You ain't lying.
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm filling up my gas tank, and I'm like, holy shit.
That is the one thing that kind of went down here.
Really? Oh, well, I mean, I have Truckosaurus, so I have a big monster truck and all that. But yeah, I think inflation is like 8% or 7%. Hang on, let me be right. I want to make sure what our inflation is, because I know people who talk back and forth. I know everyone wants to get political when it comes to the inflation factor. Specifically when they say, "What is Biotics?" and let's do what the last Trump and blah blah blah, and I'm like, no. I just what is it? What is it? So everyone talks about what the what it is. God damn.
Who knows?
I'm flat ticking right now, man. That TikTok thing we talked about. See, just like how you don't catch it with TikToks. Sometimes when someone asks a question that I should have already have up, I didn't have up. So bad host, bad news guy, bad IO guy. I think it's 7%. I gotta find it. I think it's 7%.
Monthly, it's been about 3%, but it's.
All I know is that you're going to lose some money. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. So according to Kansas City Fed, says right here that inflation measured by a 12-month change in the consumer price index fell from a peak of 9%.
Yeah, there was 9% in 22,
and then 3.7% in August of 2023. Despite the decline, though, inflation remains well above the Federal Market Committee's longer-run objective of 2%. Didn't the Fed even raise rates too? So, like, you get a credit card now, it's like 38%. You get a fucking home loan, it's like attitudes, like it's fucking ridiculous. And that's another thing too. You're right, Spanky. What is it going to do, and what's the offset when inflation's already there about a pay raise only being 5.4%? That's why you go armysoft.com or go to OCS so you can get these extra monies, and then that way you'll be good to go. But still, our Joes are getting screwed when it comes to the pay, like you said, that gap that you have. I'm like, ugh, dude, it's like freaking. I'm done. I'm not saying I'm done. I'm saying that my retirement check. Luckily, I have other things that I have that to help me sustain my. But if I want to go big bag baller like I want to, I can't do it. I gotta get an extra job. I gotta get an extra gig going. Because we're making all this freaking WTF Nation radio monopoly money.
Right? Like, I'm getting paid the big snacks here.
The big snacks, exactly that.
The full-size bars.
Full-time snacks. But brings up another question too that I know Spanky and I, okay, we always break balls about what we used to do, and me being on jump status and her not being jump status. So we go back and forth on some of the stuff that we do. Including the 5.2 pay raises, there's one way that the DoD is attempting to keep people in the military as the service continues to struggle with recruiting goals. There's also bonuses and incentives that they're talking for getting people to join. But I think people need to see that there's more to be inside. Like once you're in, you need to get paid more. So there's also something about jump pay. Can I talk about jump pay?
You can talk about jump pay.
Okay, I can talk about jump pay. Thank you.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're allowed. I will allow it.
You allow? Okay,
relevant.
okay. So
it definitely is it's very relevant.
Well, it's extremely relevant because there's a lot of pays that go into the, and that's another thing that it brought, some of the discussion, because as I was doing the topics for tonight, and even the bosses over at the main page were like, hey, you gonna talk about this? You got something to talk about like this? I'm like, oh yeah. I said, this fits perfectly into the discussion about inflation. The last time jump pay was changed was 1997. 1997. It increased the rate from $100 to $150 from $100 per month. However, the last 26 years, there's been no changes to the current rate. So with the average inflation, since we're blabbing about the inflation stuff, the cumulative price increase, though, would be about 91%. So that like $150 in 1997 would be the equivalent of $286 today. So let's just round it up, $300. There you go. So why is there no change in this hazardous duty pay when the risks are increasing with the modernization of war on the battlefield? Why, Heath, sit down, legs. I knew it. You knew Heath was going to. Pip says, fix the mold or 5% raise, decisions. I'm going to tell you what. I'm glad you brought that up because I think there was some of the defense and senior Army DOD officials, to include uniformed members of the military services, said, we don't know if we're going to have money to budget for barracks. And I'm thinking, what the hell you guys been doing for the last 20 fucking years? What are you not doing? You know what I mean? So that's just an example.
They really do seem to forget about like those like little incentives. And I say little, but they're really not, like, to the soldiers that get them. Like, those should probably go up a few percentage points every year, like along with the raises and everything too.
Exactly.
Like hardship duty pays, all of those, like, why are those just
imminent danger pay, family separation pay? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think personally, to help offset a lot of this stuff, I think soldiers' pay in all branches, in all components, active duty, reserve, and National Guard, should all be tax-free, period. I think I think all of it should be tax-free. The entire base pay, some of the entitles and allowances are tax-free, but the whole fucking kit and caboodle, everything should be tax-free for military pay, period. Because it's really funny is that we have, a lot of people now that were out of Infinity War that are now waking up to have some other bullshit going on, that they seem to be very entitled and have forgotten what war is about, that have actually talked about our soldiers, Marine Corps, Airmen, Coast Guards, Guardians, who am I missing? Sailors. There's media out there, there's trolls out there that say that we're nothing but a fucking jobs program. We're nothing but a fucking welfare program. I'm gonna tell you what, every single service member pays taxes on that shit. So we're paying ourselves.
Yeah, that would be a huge incentive. We talk about a recruiting problem.
Well, that
would be a huge incentive.
Could you imagine?
I don't. Like I said, it would just actually it would raise the pay, and without raising the pay, like when it comes to the budget. The IRS would be mad because, oh, what do we do? We want their money, but still, it's just like that. It's just an easier way to raise the pay without raising the budget,
right?
Because you're not.
And I'm going to be honest with you though. It needs to not be like armitized. Does that make sense? Every time the Army has an incentive when it comes to pay, don't fuck with it. Leave the pay.
Literally just
leave,
while you're on active duty.
Yeah, just leave the pay alone. Don't off, because you know how the Army is. Because what's going to happen is that, say we were to have tax-free base pay. If we were tax-free base pay, the Army would say, well, there's no need to increase base pay for the next year, for the next FY. you could just take your normal 1% or 2 or 3% pay raises because your guys' shit is tax free. No, it needs to be increased, period. I think you brought this up too, is that the only thing that's coming up right now is BAH or BAS, right? That seems to be the only thing that's coming up, looking at the charts here.
Yeah.
You know,
Like who, and I still don't like this. Like, why does it cost enlisted people more to eat than officers? This doesn't make sense to me.
that's that offset that I was telling you about. That's the offset because the officers
the Army did it.
Yeah, the Army, because the officers make more money than enlisted average, then well, unless you're enlisted with like 1,000 years like me, I was making I was making equal amount to some junior field grades or some field grades. But it took me 30 fucking years to do it though. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this in like 5, 6, 7 years. So the officers are making more money, but this, like what I just said, the Army offset the pay. They offset it. Now, again, we're going to go back and forth with the disparage, I don't want to disparage our officer friends. Sorry, Joe, just because you got promoted to lieutenant colonel today, I'm not breaking balls on you. Okay. So any officer talk, it's not on you, bro. Anyways,
this is sergeant's time. We do it all the time.
Exactly that. So if you're right, if you look at the officer pay and the enlisted pay when it comes to separate rats, now here's the thing. All that separate rat money, believe it or not, and if you look at the enlisted right there, all that separate rations or basic allowance for subsistence, it's getting taken away from the Joe.
Yeah.
The Joes get paid separate rats. And then it's taken out of their pay for who and for what? Supposedly, it's supposed to go to the DFAC, right? Isn't it supposed to go to the
They aren't fucking open, at least on Cavazos.
Yeah, exactly. I was about ready to say they're not fucking open. They're always, the schedule is off. The chow's not being fucking served at scheduled times posted. If you guys want to go on
So
Army,
where does that money really go?
Yeah, if you guys want to go on Army Reddit, they're good. I think our inboxes are starting to come together because usually when we post something, Army Reddit's already posted or is posted, and vice versa. And I talk a lot with the admin to Army Reddit, and we're pretty much tracking on the same stuff. But yeah, exactly that. The chow is crap. It's shite. If you give these soldiers, that's another thing too. If you give these soldiers these separate rats right here, we shouldn't have an issue with fucking what do they call it? Food insecurity. We shouldn't have an issue with that. If you have a soldier that lives in the barracks, give them that fucking money. Don't take it out and all that. If you're not even opening your DFACs or you don't give a fuck about your DFACs, hell, you don't even give a fuck about it. I'll be honest with you. You should give them that separate rats. If you have mold in your barracks room, you should get paid everything. Get paid separate rats.
It really should just be you give these soldiers a separate rats and they pay to eat at the DFAC.
Right. And exactly that.
Treat them like the adults they are.
Yeah, and the DFAC becomes a restaurant. Like, I mean, that warrior restaurant concept they were talking about, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If the soldiers go there and you have to make it attractive, I would have.
Yes, and then they have an all-you-can-eat buffet type of thing, and they pay their DFAC or their separate rat money.
Exactly that. And Thanksgiving, you pay because I know when I was in, we used to go and eat with the troops in the DFACs, the single soldiers. So I think it was like a $15 pay for NCOs. I think it was like the soldiers got to eat there, and then if you were officer, you had to pay this much money, and if you were a senior ranking NCO or higher, then you paid some whatever. So that's right, Heath. The DFACs, I mean the JFK.
We're not saying that word.
Yeah.
The BABs.
Back at Bragg. Back at Liberty. Yeah, but back at Bragg sounds more funnier to say than back at Liberty.
I know.
But anyways, I think all that money going to the troops first, and you build them a facility for them to eat, and you give them the incentive. I guarantee it. How many people? I mean, could you imagine? I would freaking.
I mean, it could be done.
Yeah, I would, dude. Just get some. Just imagine a contracting company that has to do with foods, like some of the big chefs. Could you imagine having Chef Gruel or who's that other guy? Who's that guy with the fucking funny hair? The crazy hair. Shit, fuck, man, my mind's going away. I'm sorry. Exactly.
Gordon Ramsay? I don't know.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay too. Yeah. We have. Could you imagine if Gordon Ramsay had a line of DFACs on the East Coast, and then Chef Gruel had something like in the Midwest or something like that, and then exactly that. Chef Fury. And you imagine that if they were all together working with the DFACs and making up menus and stuff like that, and you paid like you worked at a DFAC, like say for instance, you make that like a GS gig or something like that. Make that like a contracting gig. Could you imagine if you were freaking to do that with a DFAC? You would want to go. Oh shit! Did you go see Chef Yeri or Gordon Ramsay's fucking DFAC? Where at? It's at whatever. Say it's at the Pentagon or something. Whatever. I guarantee the troops will go.
Yeah, I mean, even like it hasn't been that many years since like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. We are all going to the DFAC every Wednesday because it was Soul Food Day.
Yep.
Or we all went.
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Like there was probably at least 2 days a week that all of us at the NCOs, we're all in line paying our money because the DFAC food was good those days of the week.
Right.
So
exactly.
yeah. I mean, if we're going to pay cash money to go to the DFAC, all the soldiers are there too. But like I said, those were the days.
Yep.
And we knew the food was good that day.
Yep.
So make the food good every day. And guess what? We're paying. I'm sure the soldiers are going.
Yeah.
They would pay too. Like they're going to get their BAS just like we did because we didn't live in the barracks, so we're paying our BAS to go eat there.
Yeah, the Food Network, exactly that. The Food Network there was a celebrity chef that DIs that once went to the Food Network, I guess, and there was a kitchen. It was on Kitchen Impossible. There was also Battle of the Brothers. And so those chefs, like, could you imagine if the Army? See, that's another thing too. For all the fucking be all you can be bullshit that's happening right now, the new fucking Army ad, shit, we're over our time. So we're going to go ahead and take a break right quick. I just realized it looking at the clock. Oh, shit. We can take a break right quick so we can talk about food. And I might grab a snack. Open up your desk drawer, Spanky. There's a snack in there. Anyway, so we'll be right back. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue. If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be
this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
We're back. Last half of the Sword's Time episode. Thank you guys for oh man, we got some what the hell is going on with this freaking what is going on with the We're back. I's your host, Spanky in the Gunner Seat, of course, on U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is Sergeant's Time, broadcasting on WTF Nation Radio, the voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. The next story we're going to talk about, remember that freaking Dragon's Lair thing that I did when I was on a panel, and then I did co-producing with Joe Pacino. Remember that thing?
I remember.
They're still doing that stuff, and now it's like service wide. But these two soldiers built a decoy device that actually won this year's competition, which I think is pretty fucking cool. I think it's it's not bad at all. Let me give a shout out to the soldiers that were rewarded. Captain Chris Flournoy and Staff Sergeant Michael Holloway, both of 3rd Infantry Division. They won the tech competition. And as you can see, it's pretty cool. Supposedly, this thing is an electromagnetic decoy emitter and software. So basically, it spoofs. It's just like what the Ghost Army does. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say this. I'm not trying to put a psyop thing out there because you know me. I'm always pushing the psyop angle.
Little ghosty.
A little ghosty zip zap thingy. Because the Ghost Army during in the Battle of the Bulge, they spoofed the Germans into thinking that there was another force, or there was more forces to the south of them. So. But anyway, so the pair took a widespread problem, which is protecting soldiers from being detected in the electromagnetic spectrum, and built a solution by using an emitter that mimics it like a decoy. It goes doink doink, makes a little zip zap, makes their own little. That's pretty innovative. And it also emits the signature, an EMS signature of a tactical radio that doubles as a frequency jammer. That's pretty fucking impressive, dude. That's impressive shit. Flournoy is the division innovation officer with the entire effort. Was a 9-month process to identify the problem, building a prototype emitter, working out the software to mimic tactical radios in the EMS, and preparing for the competition. This was an actual working prototype. That's what I'm talking about. These aren't concepts or ideas. These are what the force is doing.
That is pretty awesome though. Like I want to wait till see how they're going to make it happen.
Well, what's even better is that they're going to use it against the Op 4 in JRTC. Isn't that cool? So the device is currently being used at JRTC and is slated for use by 3rd Battalion, 15th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Brigade at JMRC in Hohenfels. There's a European one, that's JMRC, and then there's one in the Suck in Louisiana called JRTC. Though not all the 8 finalists could be named winners, judges selected to adopt the innovations they had submitted for further review and testing. So the Dragon's Lair finalists, are you too, Raymond? Take it easy. It is, we have the winner, and of course it was Captain Flournoy and Staff Sergeant Michael Holloway. The expeditious container solution by a warrant officer, CW2 Christopher Cummings from the 82nd, and Specialist Aiken Atkins from the 82nd Airborne as well, and Specialist Dominic Berida, he part of the 82nd Airborne, and a digital force protection training kit, a Green Beret actively serving in U.S. Special Operations Command that cannot be identified, obviously for his opposite considerations. and then or per site considerations, and then the automatic translation of radio communications. 11th Cyber Battalion, CW4 Aaron Foster, and then Captain Samuel Miller from the 11th Cyber. That's some good shit. That's what I'm talking about. I like tech. I like little, a practical replacement for a Skedco rescue. Man, I'm tell you what, a Skedco, man's a pain in the butt. That freaking dude. If you want some good PT, just throw some rocks, your kid, whatever, in a Skedco and try to. Man, that thing is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but the good thing about them is that at least I can pull somebody that's much heavier than I should be able to pull them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
They do work.
Right. That's right. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you got guns, dude. You can kick ass. I've seen it. I've seen it. Standardization for transporting a patient on a ship. Chief Hospital Corpsman Patrick McTavish. Like Soap McTavish from Call of Duty. That's every time I hear McTavish, I think Call of Duty. Reception coming in, processing questionnaire by Captain Jack Rector from the 25th Infantry Division with Sergeant Suman Song from the 25th ID. And then a cost-effective new EW cyber capability. I don't know what it is because this stuff was also, some of it was done in the classified side as well. Eric McClure and of the 3rd Multi-Domain Task Force. So shout out to all the contestants and, of course, to the winner. In April, soldiers that won that competition, there was a mold awareness tool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was in April. A mold awareness tool presented by Lieutenant Chris Alp. The reason why I'm reading about this, about the April stuff, is that Chris Alperti, I don't want to miss his name, Aliperte, you did not know about this? How cool. You did not know about this page live for Sergeant's Time? Yes, that's right, Darling Brooke. Oh, man, now you got me on the spiel. Pay attention because I'll give you the spiel in a minute of all of our shows. But yeah, Sergeant's Time
We'll do housekeeping in a few minutes.
Yep, housekeeping's happening in a few minutes. Yep. Housekeeping's going to happen in a few minutes, so hang in there, darling. I'm not calling you darling because your name is Darling, but your name is Darling, so I don't want to say darling, so I don't want, I don't, anyways. They created
a beautiful name, Darling.
Yeah, that's a very beautiful name. You're Brooke Follett. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, it says Darling Brooke. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I see it as your Facebook name. Okay. Okay, Brooke. How about that? You'll get the wrap up in what we call housekeeping later in a minute. So there's there's a mold awareness tool. Hey, you know what? I could so go with that joke. There's a running joke with that name, mold awareness tool, that I could use. I could just a tool part. I mean, there's unaware mold awareness tools. There's unaware tools. You know what I mean? There are tools that are currently our leaders that say they're unaware of mold. So it's a Wi-Fi enabled application that has leaders visualize and assess in real time the areas of their installation that might have mold problems. Why do we have to wait for a goddamn innovation challenge to have this for mold, even though we've posted over, quite some time about the play some Skinnerd, Freebird. So I think it's kind of cool. I think that part right there is I kind of dig that. We do need to have a better management of mold, even though as much as our leaders like to say we don't have a mold problem. It's a discipline problem.
Discipline.
It's a discipline
lack
problem.
Of discipline.
Did you see?
Sorry, they're told at a desk when they're disciplined.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see One Punch Dad's barracks inspection?
Oh my God.
Yeah, let me. So we're
only because I've been off the TikToks. I saw it on our page.
Yeah, exactly that. So One Punch Dad. You guys know him. He's also known as Josh Green. Warrant officer in the Army, and we have a good relationship. So anytime he shares something or posts something, immediately because he hits it on the head. Now I'm not trying to say what I'm going to.
He does not miss.
He does not miss at all. Now I'm not going to say at all that he was doing a sub tweet or a sub post to this. So you might want to watch. Matter of fact, let me just show this to you right now. Let me show you this. has everything to do with the barracks. How about that?
Right.
So
while he's pulling this up, he doesn't miss so hard that I think we've fallen in love with Samantha. There you go.
I have, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Samantha, and she gave me a, mwah, love you, babe. She gave me a fucking birthday shout out. So
that's how hard he goes.
Yeah,
You fall in love
exactly.
with the personal character.
Oh, come on. Yeah, the first one that gives me a nice compliment is who I fall in love with. Thanks, Becky. So, anyways, let's check out. Let's listen to let's watch One Punch Dad do his room inspection.
Private, what the hell is this? Huh? We in here making little TikToks? Huh? Just leaving our trash laying around? That's how we do around here? All right. All right, hooah. Guitar man, like that. Are these on your high dollar item sheet? What about this? This on your high dollar item sheet? Nope. Doggone, Private. Let's take a look at your latrine. Private, you got mold. Look at that. You got mold in the vents. Trooper, you know what that's called? It's called the discipline issue, hooah. Look at this right here. Brown freaking water. That's a discipline issue, man. Trooper, it stinks in here. What smells like dookie? Oh, really? Only one of the washing machines in the laundry room downstairs is working right now. That sounds like a discipline issue to me. Just saying. It behoove y'all to get some doggone Febreze, Fabuloso, anything. Smell like pure booty up in here. Y'all don't know how freaking good y'all have it. Hooah. All right, how many jobs in the world gonna give you free room and board like this? Free food from the DFAC? What's that? Am I gonna go eat at the DFAC? No, I am not.
Oh man, I love it. Anytime he does not miss his staff, the way he imitates all the staff, to include the chaplain and all the little minions that work in the battalion staff, dude. It's fucking classic, dude. Oh man, shout out to Josh, man. You never miss, bud.
His Wolfpack tales right now have got me going.
Oh my gosh, I know, man.
He's got the Joes now. Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, now he's
on down to the Joes.
Yeah, there's an awesome story arc with the whole staff, starting out the whole. I mean, exactly that, Pat. He captured the essence that the Army has a culture problem just by mocking it. You know what I mean? And it's like when you see. You know, I get it. We don't get invited to a lot of parties. I mean, probably because we're controversial or what we post or whatever, and we have somewhat of a, whatever relationship with the Army, or we have a relationship with other veteran organizations. But I think what's funny is that he does it now to where if One Punch Dad is memeing you or is imitating you or whatever, he did the Vet Bro one, the one where me and you where we were talking about being on podcasts. And you're like, oh my God, you got that podcast one was fucking hilarious. I think you posted it on your
Oh, I did.
You posted on your yeah, you shared it. Oh my God, his freaking take has been awesome. But anyway, let me see where
I'm like, he's like.
What's that?
Like, is he mocking us now?
Yeah. So here's the.
I mean, I'm not a vet bro.
Yeah. But what's funny? Yeah. But what's funny is that ever like somebody says, "Hey, pay attention." If you ever hear yourself talk, I don't like to hear myself talk, but you'll notice.
No, I can't even listen back. I can't even listen back to the show.
Yeah. Same. I just broadcast, push out. Maybe answer a couple comments and laugh about it. But there's just some things that they're little nuances that most people, when they broadcast, don't know what they do, and they don't realize it until you re-listen to yourself. Then you go, oh my God, I do this too much, or I say so too much, or I click so much, or I sniff too much. You know what I mean? Or I'm breathing. You know what I mean? Just little nuances stuff that you can, like when someone says a lot. When someone says a lot, all you start doing is, you remember being in meetings when we used to count fucking how many persons would say and sir, if you look at the slide and you look at point 2, and then and you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, man, you're saying something. So here's One Punch Dad imitating. I don't know if he's imitating us. I'm just saying, well, let's just look at the Vet Bro stuff. So this is him. This is I fucking love this one too.
Yeah, brother, I think there's just a lot about the operator lifestyle that I don't think people give enough consideration to. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Absolutely. We're out there, we're stacking on doors, okay? We're breaching, we're clearing. We're huddling with our buddies naked for warmth. You know what I mean? So Wait, what? You're huddling with your buddies for warmth. It's cold out there. Sound like you said you wanted to huddle naked. I don't know, man. I think you hear what you want to hear sometimes. You know what I'm saying? No, man. You definitely said huddle naked with your buddies for warmth. Look, don't. It's not a discussion, all right? Listen, man. I'm not trying to be judgmental here. I've done some weird stuff out in the bush myself, but life or death situation. It's coming down between you living, you dying. You better believe that I will strip naked and touch my naked buttocks to your naked buttocks if it meant you would live. All right? I feel like that's like an imaginary situation. Like that would never really happen. Why you got to make it weird, man? You always got to make it weird. I feel like it would be okay for you to just let me die, honestly. Yeah.
Classic. Oh man, so again, shout out to One Punch Dad for all the laughs and nailing the Army culture more than you even realize, because then you, like you said, is he imitating us? Are we talking about, do we really sound like that? Because then sometimes you start looking at him like, oh man, dude, did he just say that? And Spanky, that's not us, right? Is he in our block list? Did we block him?
I don't think I've ever talked about needing to get butt naked for war.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk about being cold all the time, but
Yeah, exactly.
There are those.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. We got some spammers in. I'm seeing some people.
There you go.
Where are they at? Main page, whatever. I will ban you. Where is that? Where's the let me look at that. Yeah, you can't be selling no crypto in our stuff, man. I don't care. No, I don't give a crap what doctor thinks that you're great or whatever. I don't know. What's up, Carl? I see Carl in the chats too. Where is that? I'll ban that individual. Guys, do not click on that link, whatever that person, no matter how good she looks. You just want to get your money. Anyway, don't follow the spam.
If you wanted to give away your money, we have plenty of places that you can donate to.
Exactly that. Oh,
not even just my snack fund.
Yeah.
There's plenty. There really are places.
Yeah, exactly. Let's let me see. There's something that we were going to talk about. What were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, the last thing. Okay. Since we have some new individuals that are in the chats, we're going to do some housekeeping right quick. And if you guys check out every single one, if it streams and it podcasts, whatever, we're on it. So we're on 2 Facebook pages. You're either listening to us on U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio. Or you can go to, what was it? I was going to say Twitter again. X, formerly known as Twitter, at WTF Nation Radio, where we're streaming on there right now. YouTube at WTF Nation Radio, and then Sergeant's Time at Kick. If you go to Kick and you scroll in and you type in Sergeant's Time on Kick, that streaming app, you'll see us on there as well. We broadcast, we try to broadcast. A lot of us, have other lives and stuff that might get involved. We broadcast freaking 6 days a week. Damn, 6 days a week. So currently you're listening to Sergeant's Time right now with myself and Spanky. And tomorrow, I think Friday Night Freedom back? Isn't in there back in the house, right? Tomorrow.
I do believe yes, I believe they even have a guest tomorrow,
Whoa, do they got a guest tomorrow? I guess they do. They got Chris Wood and Justin Keeley from SITREP, right? They'll be joining Cause, and Pookie's back. Isn't Pookie back already? Pookie's back.
Yes.
So there you go. There, Pookie is back. So that's Friday Night Freedom. And then, of course, Saturday's a day off. Sunday is the sports bar with the actual King Smith. And what do you hear? What do you say? The coach, who has very great takes about Taylor Swift and the Kansas City Swifts. And anyway, yeah, he is. And then we have the Monday edition with myself and Massey. We all covered news, discussion, and commentary. Some takes up there. And then Tuesday's Pop Culture Warrior with Mad Mike and Michael Carrasquillo, also known as CQ. Wednesday is the squad leaders, the Sorts of the WTF Nation, at the Smoke Pit with Radar and TZ. And then us, me and Spanky, on Thursday for Sergeant's Time.
That'd be us.
Let's see. We're gonna have Veterans Day is tomorrow, observed, and this should be a 4-day weekend for most units. Should be a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna say should. I think some units are doing 3 days. Some of them are doing 4 days. Whoa. Anyways,
that's some kind of chili dish or something. That's or is that? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Mom talked about some kind of chili dish all the time. That's a four-way chili fried spaghetti, some bullshit.
Exactly. Exactly. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I see the bot. Hang on let me get that bot right there because it is driving me up the wall. Stop texting me. So bad. Man, let me see. Where are you at? There you go. Whoops, sorry, Kristen. Well, welcome to you're gonna get W'd. So you're gonna get removed. See ya. We don't wanna be ya. So bye, Kristen. At any rate, so all of our shows promptly, we try to start at 2000 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on if we have a guest or not. If we have a guest, it's usually an hour of us blabbering about, and then we have a guest for an hour, and then we finish the show. Or sometimes we'll finish the show after. There was something that I wanted to go over right quick as well, was the 2023 veterans discounts, meals, freebies, and there's a list out. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to post that right now. You look in the chats, and you'll be able to get some of your veterans. Don't feel bad. I know there's don't feel bad about getting the free stuff and the half stuff. Just tip, at least, to some of your servers while you're getting this stuff. So,
yes. I mean, if you don't want to, don't. If you do. Just, it's there for a reason. Again,
right.
Tip your servers.
Yeah, exactly. So there's all these
They
meals.
still need to make a living too.
Yeah, exactly. All these meals, all these, I mean, just for example, barbecue chicken, beef O'Grady's, Ben Soft, Beef Hop, Asian, Bob Evans Veterans Day, Brick House Tavern, from A to Z in that link. And I think we're going to post it. And I think the main page is going to post as well.
I know that I like to get my car washed for free. That's what I do on Veterans Day because I live in a place where there is way too many people.
Yeah.
So I personally, that is my choice. I do not like to do this on Veterans Day. I go get my car washed. With home, I do it because there's just not that big of a population, so it's not as crowded.
Well, I mean,
that's me.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends too. Some of it, people are like, "Are you a veteran? Are you serve in the military?" And blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Yeah." And then, but if you're here to get like 20% off, or 10% off, sometimes
now they were
off.
giving 20% off at like the grocery store, I'd be all over it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Yeah. Some places offer discounted meals all the way for like a 3-course meal for $39.
Yeah.
And just show them your ID. Now look, guys, there's nothing wrong with getting in there on that stuff. Don't be like that. It's stupid. I'm not going to do that because it's so cringe. Yeah. Don't be a cringe vet about it, and don't be fucking all. No, be proud of your service. You know what? As a matter of fact, grab some soldiers out of the barracks and take them out to eat. You got some friends or something like that. That would be a great veteran hangout to go do that. Because I'm gonna tell you what, the way what I'm seeing in the media and how our veterans are being fucking told. What the hell's up with this? Boy, she's quick. We got another spammer.
Oh, they're just on it tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're really trying to. They're trying to get it.
They want to share their testimony.
From this Bronny Taylor. This Bronny Taylor's getting a lot of love. They're like must be watching these streams and going, "I'm gonna get you, Ice." Yeah, look at all that shit. You're gonna get gone too. But anyways, be proud of your service. There's nothing wrong. If someone's offering you free food and say, "Hey, if you're in the military, go get it. Get it." Don't freaking don't be cringe.
Or get your free car wash.
I hate seeing service members and veterans shit on themselves or shit on other veterans or shit on the discount or shit. I'm just gonna you're gonna be the first one who's gonna get. I'm not gonna get that. This is stupid. Then shut up. You're the guy that's butthurt that doesn't want to go to an MWR event and you're all moping in the goddamn tent. Shut up.
Like younger me, like I used to make a map. Like in a plan.
Right.
Like I do not like to spend my time doing that now, but that is what I choose to do. It's nothing to do with being cringe or this, that, or whatever. Now I choose, like, oh, I have a day off. I would like to go get my car washed for free.
Right, exactly.
And maybe go to Dutch Bros and get a free drink and then take my butt home.
Yeah.
That is what I choose to do because that is how I want to spend my dinner.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
but again, if you want free Applebee's,
Yeah,
whatever it is you want,
exactly
go get
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's nothing. Again, hey, look, with the economy going and a business is offering you that, I guarantee it. People who are not veterans will say, "What are you, a fucking idiot? Go get that free chow. Go get that. You know what I mean? Go get that discounted chow. Go get it. I want to get my free pecan pie at freaking Cracker Barrel." So there you go.
Oh, wait. They do have chocolate pecan pie there. Maybe I might go to Cracker Barrel tomorrow. Maybe I will.
Yeah, go get it. Go get some. That's like a freaking, for me, it depends on where it's at. Like if there's a Cracker Barrel nearby or something like that, and little stuff like that where you enjoy your food, get some freaking biscuits and gravy or chicken fried steak. Come on, get it. Like you said, you can make your whole rounds on one day. Like you said, I did. What time I did.
Leftovers for tomorrow.
I still do it. I still have a map. All right, for breakfast, where am I gonna go? What's the discount? Okay, cool. All right, all right, for lunch, am I gonna eat lunch? No, because I'm gonna eat a breakfast. Okay, so I'm eating lunch. All right, what about dinner? All right, I'm gonna go dinner. I want to take the kids. Okay, shit, the kids are gonna want to go here, so we'll get a discount with the kids. And you know what I mean, for dinner, and then whatever. But that there's nothing wrong with that. I don't like the guys who
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like to do it anymore. That isn't me. And again, because I choose to. It's nothing to cringe about it. It's just I'm just fucking lazy now.
Exactly. And there's a lot of door dashing and stuff going on too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what, I was kind of skeptical about DoorDash, bro. Sometimes when I'm not in the mood for cooking in the kitchen or something like that, and Baby Eyes goes, "Can we have some donuts or can we have this or can we have that?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, buddy, let's go get it." Matter of fact, I don't even have to go get it. I'm sitting there in my t-shirt and Ranger panties on the couch, and I just like do, and there you go.
99% of my financial problems are because I can now order everything as it's brought to me.
Exactly that.
Well, do I want a Big Mac? Yes. Does it cost $2? Yes. Will I pay $17 for it to have it brought to me? Absolutely yes.
Exactly that. Oh, exactly that. Don't forget also Thanksgiving's coming up. So you guys got soldiers in the barracks, you got veterans in the barracks, or you got veterans in the barracks. You better not have veterans in the barracks. If you have soldiers in the barracks and you want to go meet up with them in the DFAC, do it. If you're a veteran, and you can authorize to go on post, or you're a retiree, go on and eat with the troops in the barracacks. It means a lot to knowing that there's some of the senior leaders out there caring. I'm thinking about doing that too. I'm thinking I might show up to Fort Cav or I don't know, Fort Leavenworth or Fort Riley or something like that, and showing up to grab some Thanksgiving chow. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Last time we did something like that, we caused trouble with the PX. Make sure you share, like, and follow all the socials. Again, we're on all of them. And again, thank you guys for listening. And again, look at the matter of fact, I'm gonna drop that change.org link in there again, so I can pin it. And then for Jerry Smith to get his award, his upgrade for his Purple Heart. So anyhow, I think are we done? Are we good? Are we clear to go?
We are cleared.
All right.
Yes.
All right, y'all have a good night. See ya. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.